Hello, we're back together once again after my weekend off. And Pastor Chris did some traveling to the seminary this week as well. How'd that go?
It went very well. I took my final intensive course. So that's the last trip I'll take down there, at least for school. Came back yesterday and ready to get back to work. I have one more semester.
Wow, fantastic. The end is in sight.
The end is in sight.
Very good. So we have a number of announcements to get to today. We'll start with our book club that's coming up on June 11th at 1 p.m. That's this Wednesday, I believe, in the St. Mark's Small Dining Room. They'll be looking at Fiona Davis's The Magnolia Palace. And it's a story of historical fiction that centers on the Frick Collection Museum in New York City. You don't have to have read the book or been in New York City to be a part of that discussion. You can just come and enjoy. That starts at 1 o'clock. Everyone is always welcome and encouraged to come earlier than that. Bring a brown bag lunch, pack your own, and just have some fellowship time before the discussion begins. So that's back in the usual place at the usual time, St. Mark Book Club, this Wednesday.
After that, on Saturday, come and join us at the Coffee Post on 306 at 8:30 for men's breakfast. You can contact George Fretz for more information or just to let him know that you will be coming. But we men just kind of gather once a month, grab some coffee and whatever, a baked item if you want, and we just kind of gather and talk and socialize and fellowship and share God's word in some way.
Wednesday, June 18th, so it's not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday at 6 p.m. is the sock party. And what is the sock party, you ask? Well, it has to do with socks, as you might imagine. And there is a special way in which the person with the best / craziest / funniest pair of socks will be recognized. I don't know how that method will work, but I think we'll just decide among ourselves whose is the craziest and go from there. There's also games and activities for all ages. A light pizza dinner will be provided, but we are asking for a donation of socks, underwear, undershirts, new in package, please.
In the package.
We'll be donating those items to Women's Safe. So night of fun and entertainment with a twist. That gives us the opportunity to help others. That's Wednesday, June 18th, 6 p.m.
I have white socks and I have black socks. I don't think
I'm
going to win.
Crazy.
So maybe I could do one of each.
That's what I was thinking. You could really switch it up.
All right. June 27th. June 27th. Mark your calendar. You do not want to miss this. It is a concert here at St. Mark. It will be hosting Naya and Alicia Merrill, and they are going to sing hymns from hymns to contemporary, and they list a whole bunch of instruments that are included in this, pianos and trumpets, etc. A variety of styles, no ticket price, free will offering. We've talked about this in the past, opportunities for you to invite your neighbors and friends, especially those who maybe don't have a church home, don't go to church, and invite them to events like this. It's a very low stress way of introducing them to the body of Christ in some way. And so we look forward to the concert again, Friday, June 27th. We'll have more information as that becomes available. I don't see the time. So we'll get to that.
Yeah. Don't quote me, but I think you can find them on YouTube. They have stuff on there if you're curious about their sound and their style. It's really exceptionally well done. So look for them on YouTube. I think they're probably the only Naya and Alicia Merrill, it's spelled that way, that's on YouTube. So also later this month, our outdoor worship service is back by popular demand the last Sunday of the month, which is to say June 29th. There will be one worship service all morning, just one at 11 a.m. God willing, that'll be outside under our pavilion so that then we can transition into our church picnic, potluck. There's a QR code to sign up for that, and what you intend to bring, just follow that link. That'll take you there. But as Pastor Chris was saying about the Merrill concert, this too is a great situation to invite someone into a very low-key and different enough setting that I think most people would feel comfortable being a part of that.
Our announcements are starting to fill up with QR codes.
They are. We should have them like large ways. We can just hold them up.
Oh, that would be cool. Throw them on
Scan this. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Take note. All right. The Ohio District of the Lutheran Women's Mission League has a survey. They want you to fill it out so that you can help them understand what you know about them. That, of course, then feeds their publications and all of the work that they will then do to kind of spread the word about who they are. So this gives them a starting point. So if you have not filled the survey out, we do ask you to do so. QR code is there, and that's it.
This morning in Bible study, Pastor Chris made reference to the Lutheran confessions, the Augsburg Confession, the Apology, and neither one of those do I think mention coffee, but I'm pretty sure that coffee is part of the DNA of a Lutheran congregation, most of them anyway. And the thing about coffee is it doesn't just appear, it has to be made by someone, put into a carafe or something to serve, and then we can all enjoy it and go to Bible study and just mix and mingle with our fellow believers. As you might imagine, we need people to engage in that process of making the coffee, serving it, cleaning up after it's all been consumed. So if that's something you'd be willing to do just once every number of weeks, it's not a weekly commitment, please let Karen Rudar know. She would be more than happy to get you acclimated to our coffee system, because it is a system. It's just learning all the steps, and you go from there.
Yep. And another opportunity, different area of the church, is the tech booth. Looking to find one or two people that are able to push a couple of buttons during the service. That really is about all they do. I mean, it's that simple. It really is. If that's something that you can do, we would love to hear from you. You can contact Lori Doe with questions. And I think both of these, it might make sense to remind you that what you're signing up for, if you do commit to this, is not a lifelong commitment. Maybe for a season, maybe for a year, and then you kind of step out. That's perfectly fine. We just need people to help. And if that is something you can do on either of those, we would love to know.
At this point in the year, Vacation Bible School is rapidly approaching.
Yes.
And one type of volunteer we're looking for is highlighted in this week's announcements. It's a circle guide. And the circle guide is responsible for getting the kids to each station throughout the morning. You are not the teacher. You're not teaching a lesson. That's taken care of by the people at the different stations, the lessons, the arts and crafts, the outdoor recreation. Those have leaders all their own. This is a rallying person who's overseeing, watching these children, just making sure that they are taken care of. They don't hurt themselves or other people. If that sounds like something you are willing and able to do, please talk to Pastor Chris. He would be more than happy to give you a much more detailed description of what a circle guide is and does. But we need you. It's a vital part of the way Vacation Bible School runs these days. And all it requires is that you have a love for children, basically. So talk to Pastor Chris if you have more questions. And it's going to be up north Vacation Bible School this year. I'm really excited about it.
I cannot wait to see the puppet that you got.
Yeah.
And the name, right?
The
So-
name is still in progress. I have some very cheesy names that I've been told cannot be used,
Okay.
but maybe a nickname might pop out at some point.
All right.
Also, I just wanted to announce, it didn't make it into the bulletin announcements this week, but it did go out as a FYI if you're on our email chain. There's a new Tuesday Bible study that's starting this coming Tuesday at 11 a.m., both online and in person. It's called What Good is the Gospel? And it's the type of class that is perfect for the new person who really doesn't know what the gospel is. I mean, they've heard gospel truth used as a phrase, but in church, when we get specific about what is the gospel, we can never assume that everyone knows what that means. And I've also found that people who have heard what that means for a long time still do well to have that refreshed. So that's what this class is. And it's only one handout, two sides. How long it takes depends on the discussion that happens. It could easily go 2 to 3 weeks just because it's so rich. There's so much to take a look at. Because the good news is more than good advice. I'll say that much. It's news that changes everything from top to bottom. And you may have heard that intellectually, but are you living off of it as sort of fuel for your soul and your walk with God? That's what this class is designed to get people thinking about. So join us for that. Other than that, I have a normal streaming week planned.
Me too, finally. So I will be on Friday. That's it.
Okay. All right. Then Sunday night study, is that still?
Yeah, that's
that is
tonight,
continuing?
actually.
Okay.
So if you would like to participate, we are looking through Revelation, the book of Revelation, and we are about 6 chapters in. So plenty of time for you to come and
Ooh,
participate with
right
us.
before 7.
Right
Nice.
before 7. I cut it off there last week, or last time we met. It's every other week. It's 2 weeks, 2 Sundays a month. We start at 7 o'clock. We end by 8:15.
All right. Well, thank you for that. And thank you for watching. Those of you who continue to use our online announcements, we appreciate you and hope that they come in helpful to other people, perhaps, who are kind of around the corners looking at what St. Mark's is and does. And you're invited to participate in any of it. Thank you so much. Have a great day and a great week as you live in the power of the Spirit.